There we go. Hello, YouTube. For those on YouTube, yes, we are back on Nomadcraft Season 2. We are doing the, what are we doing? We're doing, Puzzle Rush. So, today we have a couple options. First course of business is actually we are going to repair all of our or not pickaxes, shovels. Which means let's turn hostile creatures all the way down. Because we need to go to the end. And we're just going to go to the good old-fashioned Ender Farm. How have you guys been, though? Hope you guys have been well. Everything's going good for you guys. I've just been, doing nothing too much. Just trying to get stuff done as much as possible. You'll see that once we actually go over to once we go over to Puzzle Rush, you'll see what I have been working on, which is a lot of stuff. Luckily, it took a little bit less time, just a little bit less time than not really the last time, but for what we have gotten done. As in, we have more progress done, I guess. I guess that's the way to put it. It's not really like we are fully done with everything. Yeah, see. It's nice when you can't hear Enderman. Let's see. Yeah. So we got two options today. One option is we go TNT mining in the Nether for a lot of ancient debris. Other option, so we have three options. We have option one, which is TNT netherite, or TNT for ancient debris. Option two is we go bastion hunting, and I seriously mean bastion hunting, where we try and find netherite that way. Or option three, which is we path out the labyrinth. Either all of them are not bad options for those on YouTube. I think for you guys, you might want to see kind of the laying out of the labyrinth more. So I guess that's why we're getting our shovels repaired. Other than that, though, so yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll do the pathing out of the labyrinth today, and then for the next stream, we will update, or we'll go TNT mining or bastion hunting for netherite. But yeah, or at least if as long as the labyrinth layout if it doesn't take too long, maybe we'll do some bastion hunting at the end. Who knows? But I think the labyrinth layout, that's what I want to do first. But gives you guys a little bit of an understanding of, okay, this is what's going on. And also I did some testing in my own build, with some wardens, and I might have messed it up a little bit, but it's okay. Not like it's a bad thing that I messed up, but it's more just that the players have to be careful when going around in the labyrinth. Only difference now is I have to reduce the number of wardens I was wanting initially. Initially, I was thinking of I think 5 to 6, 4 to 6 wardens. But now that I'm looking into stuff, I'm like, okay, maybe I should pull back a little bit. So I'm thinking like 2 or 3 wardens, which is unfortunate because I was really hoping to have like um, I was really hoping to have like 6 wardens just kind of going around because I thought it was all far enough where the blindness effect would happen, but we wouldn't have to worry about the Sonic Blast. But apparently it's still too close. So it's unfortunate, but we will make do with what we have. I'm not going to go back and redo all of it because that would be a nightmare. So instead, we're just going to keep what we have, forewarn the players, like, okay, hey, you might want to be careful walking because they will find out where you are. And if that, like, obviously we'll be testing, I'll be testing it. Someone else who, the one who has helped me, or who decided to help me out, Unit, he has by all means said, like, yeah, I'll help test out the game for you. So he will be the guinea pig, as he said. So that'll be fun. We'll definitely have some streams of that when the time comes. But before then, I actually have. Oh, also, the reason why we're going to do Netherite is because I have decided to update some of the things. So originally, I was planning on having some doorways kind of just shut randomly throughout the labyrinth. But the fact that now we have to deal with the Sonic Blast that can reach the player, I feel like that will actually be bad. So now I am going to update everything. So instead, I'm going to involve the compass hopper system. If you don't or you don't fully understand what I'm referring to, watch Tango Tech build Decked Out 2. He put up like 80 or so of them within Decked Out 2. I'm probably going to copy a similar method. The only difference is I don't have to worry about the hopper recognizing multiple compasses or whatnot, or multiple compasses or multiple outputs. It's just going to be a compass and they get a key. So that's the only difference, I would say. But same theory applies. Other than that, not much else really. We still have a lot to do. Yeah, we still have a lot to do. Let's go there. That's one thing I kind of wish Minecraft had, was an experience enchantment. So instead of like looting 3, like on swords, instead of looting 3, you could have either looting 3 or experience 3. I think that would be very helpful. Or I think it would just be a little bit better, like for Ender Farms. Like, which one do you want in the early game or long game? Do you want looting or do you want experience? I don't know. I think it would be a nice addition that Mojang could definitely implement. I think it's just up to them if they would want to implement that, because obviously it's not. It would be a big update, and could it be game breaking? I guess in a way. I guess in a way it could be, because obviously you could say like, oh, you could put mending with experience 3, and then you could just farm everything very easily. Let's get some more XP anyways. I kind of need it. That, and we need. Okay. But yeah, if they decide to do that, I think the thing with it is like infinity. So like, you couldn't put mending on it. You have to have experience 3. You could not put mending. You. There we go. And then additionally, you couldn't put looting on it because that would. Well, I guess you could put looting. I don't know. But I think if they had like experience 1 versus a mending for like swords, I think that would be very helpful and actually encouraged among the community. But who knows? That is just my theory on it. So touch, and then these two. I know these were given to me. Unfortunately, I don't have an efficiency book. Although, actually, I don't have the villager that trades diamond shovels, so that does not apply either. I do have one that does netherite or pickaxes, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's all good. We do have a Silk Touch villager, I believe. Let me go look. I thought I got one, but maybe not. Oh, well, I should also do some trading while I'm at it. Okay, I'm not sure why you're not recharged, but... Okay. Sure. Well, that's there. Sure. And then, how is... Okay. Gotta check these farms every so often. Like this one, I really don't think it's gonna be working all that much, but... Okay, it's producing some. I'm okay with that. Yep, so I got some slimes already in there. Nice. Okay. Pretty simple. Okay. Uh, yeah, let's go over to the game, and then I guess we'll start working on that. Sure. Sounds like a plan. Um, or I might work on I might work on some of it for today, and then the rest of it maybe next stream. We'll see how it goes. This is honestly the hardest part about it. I have to fly all the way over here. At least I know my way around the server at this point, because of how much flying I have to do from my base to this area. But yeah, this is now Puzzle Rush. This is the labyrinth area. So good thing to know. We have these. I think it's 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 8 blocks. So we have 8 blocks right here, and then um, I meant to grab dirt with me. It's fine. We should be fine. Let's see. Okay, so we have 8 blocks. On the top, we're gonna have a lot of wool, because obviously after testing, the wardens can still hear you, or are able to detect you and all that through the 18 blocks by my calculations. So I'm going to put a whole layer of wool on top of this, which that means I'm going to need a lot of wool. Luckily, I do already have the sheep farm, so I already have at least uh, 16? So like 8 double chests, give or take. Only difference though is I need a lot of gray dye because I'm going to use gray dye. I could use black dye, but I think gray will be the best option because obviously white dye is just bone meal, so it's easy to come by. Then you have the or I don't know. We'll think about it. Because now I'm thinking like maybe I could use cyan. We'll see. Other than that, because black dye is just through squids, so we would need a lot of squids. Now that I think about it. Other than that, let's see. We have all of this to work with. So we're just gonna make like path blocks. We're gonna so the start of Puzzle Rush for the labyrinth, it will start on, let's just say, this corner. So we're gonna have like we're gonna mark out what will be roughly the starting area, roughly, and then we're going to mark the opposite end with the exit, essentially. So starting point, basically, players are going to drop down onto a carpet, which underneath will have powdered snow, so they won't take any damage when they fall down. And then on the opposite side to exit will be a bubble column, so they can just go right on up to the top. Other than that, that's more or less it. There's not too much going on. Oh, also, I guess here's another thing to note to myself, at least, is when the game starts, I'm going to have basically thumb press a button, um, which will probably activate a bunch of observers that make it all the way down to the entrance. And then that will basically dispense a random compass for them. So if it's let's say it's the one of four. Let's say one of them is the first one is the closest one to the entrance, but the furthest from the exit, while the fourth one is the furthest from the entrance, but closest to the exit. So something like that. Um, we can obviously work with a bunch of other stuff, but that's that. Also, the other part about working here is we have to make sure it's daytime because this is not lit up. Mobs can spawn here, and by mobs I mean creepers. So let's just put that down there. I guess we can just put the start of it right here. Doesn't have to be perfect, like doesn't have to be perfectly aligned. I don't need to find the middle. I just need to find an area where I'm like, okay, here we go. Start right there. Yeah, I guess we can start right there. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this will be our starting area. And we'll probably make it bigger, just so we don't have to worry too much about that. Now, because I like symmetry, this is going to be kryptonite for me. Yeah, okay. And then we go like that. Okay. So this will be, I guess, the starting area. We can always expand on it, but good to get a little idea. Like, let's say they drop right here. Boom. And we can say the compass will drop right there. Crap. Also, you can see how dark it is right there. Okay. So, with that being said, let's leave. So let's go like this, just so I know, like, okay, here's the entranceway. So I'm thinking like it'll be something like this. I don't want to make it too wide of a entrance. I feel like something like this will be good. Um, that being said, the the walls are going to be like leaves, so each leaf will have its own. So it's going to just be like oak leaves, spruce leaves, whatever leaves I decide on. Could be cherry leaves. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Cherry leaves would actually be interesting because then we could have that like extra effect. We'll see. We'll definitely see though. That one hasn't been decided yet. And then within each like section, so let's say there's a section right here, right there. There's going to be like a gate, kind of. So also with the maze, there's going to be a ceiling. So it's going to be kind of like a tunnel maze, kind of like where you can see, like you could see there's a pathway over there. Like, okay, you can kind of see there's a pathway right directly on the other side of here and on the other side of here, but you won't be able to reach it. Now, obviously, I'm going to stress to those that are on the server, no breaking blocks. You break a block, uh, don't do it. And if like someone actually like breaks 2 blocks, goes outside, I'll say like, okay, your run is invalid. If you were gonna get any awards, or not awards, but like, yeah, I guess it is an award. Any goodies, treats or whatever you want to call it, awards, all that stuff, um, you won't get it. You will not get that for this run. You will have to essentially try again and do it valid, like a valid run. So that's the one difference I will say about all this. Okay. Now, with that being said, how do you want to do this? So I'm going to go like this and like this. Okay. I know it's weird doing it on angle, but I felt like starting on like that end or just like on one of the straight edges was just going to be a little bit too boring, while doing it like this is more fun, more chaotic, but also more fun for me because then I can be like, okay, this is kind of like how you'll go. So I guess for now, I guess I'll start with making a somewhat. Oh, also I should probably do this. So let's do this and just go directly across. And there's pillagers. Odd, but I'm not that surprised, I guess. Also, I found out some of the fun with villagers, or not villagers, pillagers. You don't even need to fight them to win. So yeah, it's like roughly here. Sure, just like that, that. Yeah, we can say like this is the entrance. Okay. Or exit, I should say. So yeah, watch, let's put that on. Oh, also I saw the sounds. Hostile sounds are still low for you guys. Or I guess they were low for me too, but... So I'm taking some damage, but... Well, that's unfortunate. Because that guy killed that guy. It gave me, the bad omen. Well... Hmm. Yeah, I guess we'll do that real quick. Sure. Oh, I don't have Marleytron. Let's find a cow to get some milk. Or goat. We can actually get goat. If that... If we find that first. And it's just jungle everywhere. Hmm. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is more... Nope. Hmm. Alright, here's plains. Oh, I know. I am now. Let's see, where are cows? Here we go. This is turning out pretty well. This is someone else's project on the server. Turned out very nicely. Anyways, we're getting distracted. Let's go. Okay, yep, that's there. That's someone's place. Okay. Alright, should be somewhere over here. There it is. Also, I guess something also to note for you guys is that all the, I don't want to say things that you see, or items, like all this stuff, I will match down below. So I'm going to lay it all out. So basically the path will start here, and roughly, and then there's going to be a whole pathway underneath that mimics this completely mimics it, and that will be where the wardens can basically walk around. And then the only difference is I will have to, like, if I put like two in, one's gonna be sectioned off basically where the half is, and then vice versa. If I put three in, then I'll have to just divide it a little bit more. That's all. Other than that, let's kind of just do this, I guess. Pretty non-crazy, I guess. Sure, let's do this. No. How did I do that? Yeah. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Nope. Nope. Alright. Oh, come on. There we go. Only took 10 tries, you know. Just that good. Okay. How did we do it? So we do. We can go one more. So like that. There we go. This is all free form. I'm not really thinking too much about it. Just kind of making sure that like I don't go too crazy. That being said, there's also going to be multiple ways throughout the labyrinth. I'm just going to start with a basic way to do it, and then obviously expand on all the ways. So, like, for example, I can put a section here, so this can go out a little bit, and then it can go like all the way out here, but then it's a dead end, something like that. Just ways to increase the possibilities. But once you have at least one way done in the labyrinth, then you can expand on because I never actually released any footage from it, but I made a labyrinth essentially in my own world that I had way back when. This was like 2, 3 years ago. But I made a simple kind of labyrinth within it, and basically it kept evolving. Like it would start one place, so I made an initial path, and then I made interjecting paths that would help confuse the player, all that stuff. So it all worked. Um, but yeah, uh, I know the stream's kind of slow today, but luckily for you guys on YouTube, uh, you won't see that, or you don't see that. It may or may not be slow. Obviously, the more people that tune in, I am more than welcome for that. Same with on YouTube. If you watch on YouTube, perfectly okay with that as well. We're doing a lot of stuff here. It's a lot crazy. I may or may not have put too much work on myself, but it's okay. We will we'll get through it one way or another. Also, like this, like I could just extend it going this way, but you guys get the idea. Uh, Plus, I don't want to just be like all on this side. I'll maybe loop it a little bit towards that side as well, so it's not like. But yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Let's go back up a little bit. Nothing crazy, but let's do that. Hmm. Is that how I've been doing all of them? I guess so. Yeah, I'm gonna update that. I don't like how that looks. I think that's too obvious that that makes that a turn. Let's do that. Okay, and that there. Now we can see that, okay, this could be going this way still. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, this is kind of like my life right now. I know there's some people that are on tonight. I don't really know what they're doing. I think some people are just kind of playing their own game, um, which is okay. Not going to complain too much. If people want to join, they are more than welcome to join. I am perfectly all right with that. For those or like for friends of mine that want to join, see how the stream's going, or just want to talk, I'm always open for that. For those that don't see that, um, or don't really like, they're just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, just enjoy the stream. I don't want to disturb it." I've told people in the past, like, "Look, you are more than welcome to join the stream." Um, or I'm talking about like friends of mine at least. yeah, you're more than welcome to hop in the call and be all that, but or just chill out, talk, all that stuff. But yeah, there's no. There we go. That looks better. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So right now it's coming along. Actually, we want to move out more that way. Yeah, I want to move out more that way, kind of loop it around a little bit. Because here's another thing that I personally like. Technically, I could loop, like I could bring this out more, do that up, down, and then loop it all the way back to the beginning. That's a little fun thing. It makes it more of a labyrinth, makes it more tricky to fully understand. And then obviously once you include wardens, unfortunately the wardens won't. They can attack you with the ranged attack, but they can't attack you directly. So I'm still undecided. I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm like, should they have wardens here? Because that would be terrifying. If you could see wardens on this path and be like, oh crap, there's a warden. Like, okay, let's just put it this way. Like, let's say you're here and you're looking and he's like, oh, there's a warden right over there. And that's where this goes. Or it's like, I could go this way and try to avoid it. It's I don't know. That is another idea that I'm not sure of. And I don't know. That's like, it kind of makes the whole purpose for what I did underneath pointless, but I don't know. Crap. Now that I thought of it, I'm like, that actually makes more sense. And I think I like that idea better. But then I would have to redo some of this. Well, actually, yeah, I would have to make this wider for the players, only because wardens are one block, so if it's standing like right here, they're gonna touch it and that'll just be over for them. I would need to make this wider by one, whatever way that would be, whether it be, yeah. So, that's an option. It's not a fun option, because that means I have to redesign a bunch of stuff. Uh, yeah, let's decide that earlier. Let's decide this early on. Yeah, okay. We're gonna do it. Actually, I'm not gonna do it for the entrance, because that will actually benefit. No, it doesn't look good. I don't like that. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. If I was doing it straight on, I think it would be better. Because then doing 3 wide would be easier versus, or just doing 2 wide. But because I am doing it this way, I would be limiting. That's. How do I want to do it? I could widen it fully, like I did 2 wide. But then I'm limiting the amount of pathways I can have. Or I do it We get more rockets. Or I do my initial option, which was just put wardens underneath, but that could hurt the effects of the player. Another option is I could do walls. That's an option. So I could put like walls or fences on these blocks, which would give players like the option to kind of like go against here and then slip past. That's not a bad option because let me look at it this way. Sure. Yeah. Then so we got that, and then we do not that. Oh yeah, there's no stone. There we go. So let's see. If I do something like this, or something like this. See now, like this really doesn't give the player all that much room, while this, on the other hand, actually helps the player. Now, it doesn't help them fully, but it gives them some extra room. Um, let's say it's like this, so it gives them that extra room to kind of slip past a warden if. I think that might be the option. Which means my initial problem is, or my initial plan is void, because that's a little frustrating, but it's fine. Okay, that's a good thing. I'm gonna write that down in my notebook because I'm writing notes in this so I can remember them for when I actually do this. So we're gonna do a pathway. Let's see. So pathway edge will have fence posts or fences mixed with leaves to give players room to move around ordnance. Like I know I could have absolutely done that, like done a note on the computer, but I started doing just write. I like a notepad and everything. For me, it's just a little bit easier to reference a notepad versus a uh, like doing it on my computer. I don't know why, just is. Okay, so that at least helps us, so we can keep everything here. Um, because obviously, yeah, we can keep everything, so we can keep doing this. Okay, that is a good thing that we got. Okay. Let's keep going this way a little bit further. Oops. Dang it. And this is why I wish I took some dirt with me. How are we looking on time? We're looking. I mean, we're doing pretty good. Uh, let's see. Okay. Nope. Hmm. Okay. That is a nice thing. I can make this as extensive I want it, stuff like that. Only difference is the end. Yeah, we'll see. Um, I really hope I made this correctly. Only other option then would be like for the wool to work. If the wool doesn't work, then I will have to do explore more options. Um, which means I'll have to like just increase the size of like the walls by 20 or so feet. That's not the right button. So I'm at 80 and build height is 319. Technically it's 320, but it's 319. So I have plenty of space to work. Um, only option though is so this is like 8 blocks, so that's 88. So I would have to go just to be safe. I'd want to go 30 blocks, so that'd be 110, no, 120 ish. So then I have roughly 200 blocks to work with. That's not bad. Level 2 will be probably the most verticality within Puzzle Rush. Other than that, like the escape room may have some verticality to it, but I don't really think there's going to be too much. Also the escape room will be smaller than the labyrinth. I don't plan to have it encompass the whole space. I think that'd be a lot of work. I think it would get boring after a while. People would just not be as interested. So I think the escape room will be more condensed. It could be within maybe it's 100 by 100. Right now we're at like 200 by 200, but the escape room could be anywhere from like 50 by 50 to 100 by 100. Who knows? Don't know for sure. We'll figure that out when we get there. Okay. Other than that, that's more or less what we've got going on. Also, I don't know if I've said like for the labyrinth wise, but I plan to have like a fountain area in the middle. Whether that actually works or not, we'll see. It's an option for sure, but we'll see. Also, I think best part about this. So since I completely am changing the whole plan of like, okay, wardens are going to be on this level, I'm frustrated by that because it means I've done all this block placement for nothing. That's a little frustrating, but neither here nor there. Uh, Other than that, we'll see. I mean, I needed a structure at the very least, so I'm okay with that, but could have made it a little bit farther down. We'll see. That's all good. It is all good. We know what we want to do. We got our note, which is good. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, a lot of updates, a lot of notes. It would be nice. Yeah, that's one of those things where I think it'd be nice if there were more people on the stream. Because then you guys could bounce your ideas and say, oh, hey, you should do this or you should do that. Um, that'd be nice. Obviously, once we get down to Redstone, maybe you guys will have better ideas than I do. Or you'll actually know how to work Redstone. For me, mine is all on the fly and hope to God that it works. Even though it usually doesn't. Oh, that's not right. Yeah, it is. Okay. Honestly, I thought this would take a lot less time, but I mean, we actually just talking through stuff really helps out. So that's good for me. Obviously, for you guys, I don't know. Maybe it is good for you. Now, here's where I want to make the whole kind of like courtyard area right here. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And this is kind of what I'm thinking of. So we're going to want to go just a little bit further out. Okay. So that's there. Just so I can know where I'm going. Now we go something like this. So we'll do. Okay. So that will be the fountain. So a fountain would probably be like something like here, but having those little borders kind of helps for now. And then obviously we'll have like this whole little area where you can kind of walk around. That being said, like this is going to probably be the speed of everyone. Other option is I try to get some more Swift Sneaks, whether it be like Swift Sneak 1, Swift Sneak 2, Swift Sneak 3. That's an option. That's a big option, though. I don't know if that's going to actually happen, but we'll see. Anyways, okay, back to this. But yeah, fountain area, that's big to kind of get a layout of where it will be. And did I mess this up? Oh, okay, I messed that one up, so that's why it confused me. Okay. I mean, doing this is kind of relaxing. It's not difficult. It's not placing down block after block after block. But, oh man, there's another one. Well, once we have one in here, that'll be taken care of. It's like they see me, but they aren't sure whether to approach. Oh, let's go talk. Hmm. Why did it work that one time where I didn't get? I don't know. Who knows? Whatever. I'm not gonna be really that concerned with that. I'm not going near a village anytime soon. Let's see. Basically, right now I'm trying to make it enough spacing where places can still, like, we can still exit, so I can make, like, 3 or 4 paths, 2 or 3 paths here, but still not, like, make it super dense, but also not super crazy. Hardest part will then just be figuring out where I want to place everything. But we'll see. But yeah, that is another hard part I gotta think about. So I'm definitely gonna have to go, because that's 88, so I'm gonna have to go up to like 120, just so we don't get any darkness effect. And then that's the big difference is like, okay, no darkness, so do we have to worry about the Sonic Shriek? We'll see. Luckily for me, the Wardens are the last possible thing that are coming into the Labyrinth. They are the final thing. Basically, once they're in here, they won't leave. Which is great. Problem is, I need a few tokens. I only have this one. So I either need to use this Bad Omen and go to a village, which is possible, or I need to make a raid farm. I thought I might be doing that this week, but it really depends now because I have to do a lot more updating on this labyrinth than I thought I did. So we'll see. But yeah, that's a nice part. Like basically now I can have like another row kind of go like I could have this kind of go straight and be like, oh, I need to get here, but technically you have to get it here. And we'll see. We'll see how it all works. Hopefully it works for the best. How are we looking? Everything wise, looking good. Hopefully, I also, if you guys notice, my mic is not great. It's weird. Some days it works fantastic, and then other days it's like, we're not gonna work for you today. You tried, we get it. So, I don't know. Let's go this way. And then let's go backwards. And then you go like this. Okay. This is definitely going to be interesting. Obviously, don't want to make it too far where it's kind of obvious that you have to go like that. But we also have to make sure we have enough space for anything over here for an additional route. Because technically, I will have 2 main routes, what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're going to have 2 main routes where like they are direct paths, but then I will have alternate paths, like some might join up with another path, like this could... I don't have my Elytra. So it's like this right here could join up with right here. or something. Doesn't have to. I'm just saying it could, and it's like, okay. It's an alternative way of doing this whole thing. Yeah, so like this one, I want to kind of make it. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, okay. And then we're going to go right like that. Alright, I think this may be the final time we go this way, and then we'll try and circle back to the exit. See, now it's looking, well, we'll do an aerial view once we're done. Alright. Yep. Okay, we're gonna go this way once more. Little short path, and then we'll do this. We will go to sleep. Okay. Nope. Okay, there we go. Now we have finally made it all the way. So let's go all the way to the beginning. Try not to show it too much. There we go. So we are starting here, and let's do this. This is our path. Should probably know where my markers are. Okay. So here is our labyrinth path. Obviously, it's a work in progress, but for the first initial path that we had for the labyrinth, this is pretty good. A lot of twists, a lot of turns. That's definitely good. It is a decent space, which is really helpful. We have lots of opportunities to make decoys, roundabouts, all that stuff, which is good. Um, Plus, there's the little fountain area, which is a nice little piece for the whole labyrinth that kind of symbolizes that it is going to be fun. It's kind of like a little art piece, kind of. Basically, just kind of removes the entire oh hey, here's another corridor, here's another corridor, here's another. It's like, oh hey, there's actually something in the middle, and this path that we have forces you to actually see it. Now, there's no guarantee, like this one could very well connect to here. So you could technically skip the entire thing. Don't know. Or like vice versa. We could go all the way just here. And it's like, oh, okay, which way do I go? You could go back here, and then it's like, oh, hey, here's a fountain. Wait, did I already go this way? It's going to be confusing, and I can't wait for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be interesting. Uh, Next stream, I'll probably be working on the second pathway. Uh, we'll get that done, so we'll get the second complete, or the second absolute path done for the labyrinth, and then who knows? Maybe after that, we'll start working on the decoy routes or roundabout routes, all that stuff. So that will be fun. That'll be interesting. Uh, Other than that, I don't know what else there might be. Maybe depending on how it goes, how fast we can get it done. Maybe next stream we'll start working on finding some ancient debris, other stuff like that. That's an option. Or bastion hunting. We could do either one. Uh, yeah, those are options, and I'm very much ready to explore all the options that we can. If you enjoyed this stream, feel free to follow it. For those on YouTube, if you're not watching the stream now, feel free to follow on the stream so you can um, catch up on all the updates when I go live. I'm starting to go live like 2 to 3 times a week now. Like I said, I'm in the last YouTube video. I have a lot of work to do. I have a limited amount of time, so I'm really just grinding out as much as I can, more or less every single day. Like on days that I don't, or am doing other things, the following day I'm doing like twice the amount of work that I would have normally. So it's like, okay, it all adds up. Uh, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream. For those on YouTube, if you're watching, feel free to subscribe to the channel so you get all the updates on what we are working on. It's a big project. I'm really excited for it. Hopefully you guys are too. And I guess I'll see both YouTube and all you guys on both YouTube and Twitch next time. All right. See you, everyone.